So things are going about as expected as we're fifth in the league. Strangely though, we're ahead of Bayern Munich in the league. We seem to be going quite well. The Bayern Munich game's been postponed, so today we do play Union Berlin before playing HURTha in the Cup. Welcome to Around the World in 80 Clubs. Since you were last with me, we had a 0-0 draw against Kaiserslautern. We had a man sent off. We were kind of on top of the game before that. We then drew to Freiburg 1-1 with Ironando getting the only goal for us, before beating Wolfsburg 3-2 with Garman, Salami and Jose on the score sheet. Nuremberg we brushed aside 3-1 in the league with Kuda, an own goal, and Samuel. And most recently we drew 2-2 with RB Leipzig. Good result with Beats and German on the score sheet. So for today's game against Union Berlin, we have Ultimate in goal with Silvano, Galante and Kim at the back. Leonardo, Okmar, Lanes and Calder in the midfield. I'm swapping Jose and Lanes over. Lanes and Garman behind, Beats up top. So we're ready to rock and roll. And let's see exactly. We need to win this game and get back in good form. Obviously, this game would put us ahead of Union Berlin. And let's be honest, Union Berlin are a team we should, in theory, be beating. They're not the greatest team out there. So let's see. Although they have been playing well this season. Here's Kruder. Plays it through to Beats, and it's a good save, but I think it was offside. It was. Martel plays it out to Mawisa. To Bigotto. Now Horn on the run. Galanta, Kim. Jose, Kim plays it out to Kruder. Kruder to Ironado. Lanes. Here's Lanes. Lanes still going, and Lanes goes all the way through to make it 1-0. Get in there. That's what we want to see. 10 minutes on the clock. 1-0 up. And that obviously will put us back up into fourth place. So, 22 minutes gone. We are dominant all over them in pretty much every aspect of the game. And here's Lanes again. Plays it to Leonardo, who loses out to Morgalla. And now they could be on the break, but it's intercepted. And Lanes now to German. Beats. Kuda versus 2-0. Brilliant play there. We opened them up lovely and got the goal. There's one thing about this formation is it's really good when you see it slice through and open up the other team like that. It's really good, and we're ignoring the fact we just conceded. Ugh. don't know why we just conceded. It was kind of a shot from edge of the area. I guess the keeper must have been unsighted, but not great. Here's Galletta to Silvio to Kim. Kim to Jose, back to Silvio. Silvio to Lanes. Lanes to Ironardo. Silvio. Ironardo. Okmar. Silvio. Kim. Plays it to Kuda. Kuda to Jose. Jose to Garman. Oh, it's a good save. Pushed out for a corner kick. And to take the corner, we have Lanes. Played it towards the back post. And that's gone out surely for another corner. But the referee says no, it's a goal kick. I think with, obviously, at the moment, we do have players out on international duty. That's why it's not our full-fledged team. And why, for example, Altamir is in goal for us again. Here's Lanes. Plays it in Kim, and it's off the person standing on the near post. So 2-1. We are still ahead and push it up, and Kim there with a good header gets his second goal of the season and puts us 2 in front again. Whew. And here is Leonardo to Okmar. Lanes. Plays it back to Galletti, to Jose. Jose to Kruder. Kruder plays it through to Beats, who tries to chip the keeper, but the keeper manages to get a hand in and push it back for a corner. Lanes now with the corner. Plays it in towards the near post, unable to find a wide shirt, and the keeper gathers in the end. We're playing really well. When we open teams up, it looks good. Obviously, we're lacking in depth in a couple of places, which is why, this season, I'm glad we're not in Europe, because I think we do need just a couple more players. And the 2 players I initially had to bring in would have been those 2 players. But I think we just need a couple more players, and then we will be capable of competing during the times where we do have players off for international and things like that. I mean, it's only 4 players, but with our squad at the moment, 4 players, the players that are coming in and clearly just not quite up to those players' levels. So I think, as I say, a couple more players will make a hell of a difference. Is Kruder. Plays it back to Jose, who's brought down by Martel. And Martel's looking worried. He's already on a yellow card. The referee's checking in his ear. Penalty's been awarded, but is he going to give a second yellow? No, he didn't. Martel's lucky to be on the pitch there, and German puts his 3rd goal of the season in to make it 4-1. In the 79th minute, we've won this game comfortably, and that's what we want to see happening more and more. And it looks like we're going to go in to play HURTha in the cup. And one thing I've just noticed, did HURTha get relegated? Or have they been relegated in this save? Because I couldn't see them in the Bundesliga table. Let's have a look, shall we? HURTha Berlin. Yes, they're 6th in Serie B. Wowzers. When did they get relegated? Most recently in 33-34. Okay. Strangely, they got relegated last year. I didn't know that. HURTha Berlin won the Bundesliga twice and the German League Cup and everything in between. So join me in a second for the team to play HURTha. So we're unchanged for the game against HURTha. Our players are still away on international duty, so we've had to make do with what we're currently using, which does leave us, I think, a bit short. Midfield and attack, I think we really could use someone. But it's easier said than done. So this team are currently 6th in Bundesliga 2. And they've gone ahead 1-0 with Martin Ribeiro on the score sheet. We should be beating this team. Yeah, should being the operative word. Sometimes we just need to take a step back. You know, we do let concede goals. That's not what this formation's about. If we, not conceding, we will concede goals. It's quite a forward-thinking thing, and Manike has just made it 2-0, and that is not good. So, what do you want to talk about today? Anything that interesting? Lanes has gone off injured. Fridge. Okay. Luis Alberto's coming on and beats his game back as the attacking midfielder. Weekend football was alright, wasn't it? Nothing major happened. Yeah. I don't know. Ipswich won, which was always going to happen against Birmingham. We could talk, I tell you what, let's talk about Birmingham City for a minute. First of all, they're not a terrible team. Wayne Rooney was a terrible manager, but they're not a terrible team. And considering it was Venus managing them, because Mogga's in the hospital at the moment, and if you ever do see this, I hope you recover well. Moggers, you are a legend at town, and we still adore you. And I think the round of applause at Portman Road said all you need to know. You're a legend, as is Mark. Two vital parts in getting Ipswich to the position they were in when we got promoted to the Premier League last time. They're two massive members of the squad in the past. And yeah, they are going to do well at Birmingham. There's no sort of question within that. They are both players, managers, assistant managers that push on players, and with they've never done a bad job, and especially Moggers, he's got the ability to manage at a top level. I think he's just never quite had that opportunity, I suppose, to manage a big club. But as a manager, I think he's great. I think with him as manager, Birmingham will do all right. He'll get the thing is with managers like him, he'll get the most out of the team, and it may not be the greatest team. So when you look at it and they're sort of struggling or mid-table, the teams that he manages, you kind of think, oh, he's not doing very good. But then you look at the budgets that these teams have, and yes, it may not be the greatest ever, but he does offer something, in my view. And you'll find that when other managers take over, they don't quite hit the ground running. Sometimes it is about the stability and the working through things rather than quick fire decisions that some unexperienced managers may make. But unfortunately, we are out of the cup. HURTha have just come and easily beaten us 2-0. Lanes has picked up a knock and is out for 3 weeks, which is just not what we needed. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to play a few games now. And we're going to come back for Eintracht Frankfurt and Gladbach after the January transfer window, which I'm not sure if we'll do anything in, because I had about 3 or 4 million in the bank and the board have just cut that back to 300k and cut my wages down. So where I'd been good and managing them, the board have come in, unfortunately, and taken some away. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I've been the Masked Manager, and until next time, I have spoken.
No, it's shiny.